Gold has been in an uptrend for several months, so we want to take a look at gold and see if there's anything we might want to be doing with gold in the near future, if not right now. I think the first thing of interest here is we can see for the first time in several months gold is trading below the Ichimoku cloud, and that's overall bearish. If you're not familiar with the Ichimoku cloud methodology, there's not a moving average on this chart, although it certainly looks that way. I think the line of most interest to us is this maroonish line in the center of price, and that's called the standard line in normal terminology, or the center line. And really all that line is, well, if we use the last point, which is about 119.9, and we count back 26 bars, we'll find out that 119.99 is the midpoint of the high-low of those 26 bars. And if you move back one day, 120.07 will be the midpoint of 26 bars from that point all the way back. So it's not a moving average, it's simply the plot of the midpoint of the high-low range for the past 26 periods, or in this case days. And we know that price has a general tendency to revert to the mean, which would be the center line, and that's especially true when the center line, or the standard line, is moving in a horizontal fashion, as it is now. When the center line is going hard up or hard down at a 45-degree angle, price can stay far away from it for quite a period of time. But right now it's generally horizontal, so we would anticipate a reversion to the mean and a pullback of the GLD, the gold ETF, back to about the 120 area. We can see from the volume spread analysis that cumulative volume has been very bearish. Distribution has undoubtedly been going on pretty much without interruption. We can take a closer look at that by looking at our Wyckoff tape reader chart. And this is an interesting chart that you really won't find anywhere else. Let's loosen it out, spread it out. Now, what the red and black numbers mean is that for each individual bar, we sample it in 5-minute intervals throughout the day, and we analyze volume and price movement and determine whether accumulation or distribution is going on within that 5-minute period within this daily bar, and then total them up. And what you would expect to see is when a bar has a down close, that you would expect to see a distribution number, and that's most often the case. And when a bar closes higher, you would expect to see an accumulation number. Well, every once in a while that changes. For example, this bar closed higher after a downtrend, but it was actually a distribution bar. And when you start seeing those at tops or bottoms, you get a pretty good idea that maybe something different is going on, that even though it looks like prices continuing to fall, that there's actually some accumulation or vice versa when it's going higher. And the other thing you want to look for is a narrowing of the range. And the range would be the size of the bars and the numbers involved, either accumulation or distribution, and that often indicates that you're coming close to the end of a swing. Not necessarily a trend change, but perhaps the end of a swing. And we can use one of our old favorites, the Hurst method, and we can do a quick cyclical analysis on gold and see if we can learn anything there. So the first thing we'll do is a cycle finder, and we can see that the base period cycle is 31 and 92 is the third harmonic, but we'll shoot a 31 right now. And we want to draw the displaced moving average, 31, plot it, and now we'll do a quick projection. We'll do a time price projection. The last intersection, or projected intersection, the one previous to that, and the intervening high or low, And that gives us a price and time projection. And the price and time projection was for a low of around 115 to be coming in yesterday, today, in gold on this swing. And gold is around 115 now, so perhaps this swing is coming to an end or lessening. So because there's nothing indicating any kind of long trade imminent, we'd want to see what happens over the next few days at least, with our longer term objective to be looking for a short position in gold if indeed it rallies back to the center line. That's just a quick overview of gold with a couple tools in Option Master Chartist. I hope you found it useful.